What if I told you that relying on tribal knowledge could be costing your company thousands or even millions of dollars? Hey, Jonathan here with ScreenSteps. And I've noticed that when employees in a company are not relying on documented knowledge, they have to rely on supervisors and coworkers to know what to do and how to do it. And that's what we call tribal knowledge. And tribal knowledge is a really ineffective way to transfer knowledge and can drive up your operational costs. Now, I don't have an exact price tag for you because every company is different. In this video, I'll share 4 areas where tribal knowledge is increasing your company expenses. The first area is employee onboarding. Without documented guides, your employees need to memorize everything in your business, which means they need to spend more time in training, and it takes them longer to reach proficiency. Lengthy onboarding and training times means more funds spent on training and shadowing employees without seeing a return on your investment. The second area is employee attrition. You spend all this time and all these resources on training new hires, and then often they don't stick around long enough to make the expenses of hiring and training them worth it. What ends up happening is many companies compensate for the fluctuations by hiring more staff than they actually need. Third, tribal knowledge is driving up costs in compliance or lack of compliance. Employee mistakes are more common when your company relies on tribal knowledge because it expects people to have a perfect memory. Well, newsflash, being human means even your top employees are likely to forget something at some point. Some mistakes are more costly than others, but in industries like finance, healthcare, and other heavily regulated industries, these mistakes can cost your company thousands of dollars. These are both the costs of fixing the mistakes, as well as the fees associated with audits and non-compliance. The final cost of tribal knowledge is it decreases productivity. Tribal knowledge slows down your operations, which means employees handle fewer tasks than they would if they had well-written digital guides to follow as they worked. Not to mention, low productivity impacts customer satisfaction and retention. With the right framework and reliable digital guides, employees can do 2 to 3 times the amount of work in the same amount of time. Essentially, you are duplicating your workforce without needing to hire new staff. There you have it. Those are just a few ways that tribal knowledge is negatively impacting your bottom line. Want to see how much? Use our tribal knowledge calculator for a simplified look at what tribal knowledge could be costing your company. And then make sure to like and subscribe for more tips on how to adopt a more advanced knowledge transfer strategy and leave tribal knowledge behind.